He...
Whee! Clap, clap, clap.
And up here at the top right, we've got our Taiwanese player Sen, just recently coming back from a third place finish at NASL, not doing extremely well in the regular tournament for WCG, but he's got a shot at a laptop here.
Yeah, and of course he's still a fantastic Zerg player. It doesn't really matter how he performs at any tournament. We all know what he's capable of.
Absolutely.
The map is of course Shakura's, though it's modified a little bit. Phoenix, very nice Korean Zerg player who's living in Germany nowadays actually. When he played on this first time, he's like, what the hell? It's jungle Shakuras.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, Phoenix is a pretty funny guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I like him.
So we see both the players, of course, on the screen. We see MVP still blazing on that keyboard of the laptops. Doesn't really seem to be bothered by it at all. Sen looks very relaxed, but then again, that's kind of Sen style.
Yeah, Sen usually is not the type of guy to get locked up or nervous. And MVP is the same way, but I feel like, you know, Sen's mentality recently has just not been as good as usual. I see him in the booth, he looks a little bit tired, you know, at times. So I'm glad that we saw last game the real Sen.
Yep, and that's something you can take home as well. Oh, we have a 2-Rex opening over here.
Ooh, this is, you know, it's a popular build for this map. It's something you don't see very often since Shakuras isn't used as, you know, in as many tournaments as it used to be. But when you do see Shakuras, I think 2-Rex is perhaps even the best opener.
Yep, I've seen it a lot as well. The European Terrans are really digging this build. BCQT loves using it. Cloud used to use it quite a bit as well. And those are, of course, two top-notch European Terrans. And, well, I'm looking forward to that Marine Micro of MVP, man.
You know, considering that they know that it's cross positions, it becomes a 2-player map, and you have that secondary ramp, so if your 2-Rex doesn't do a lot of damage, you can just fall back to it, make a command center really easily. And since it's Shakuras, most Zergs like to go for a fast hatchery, so he knows that, and he's just going to get lucky because that's what Sen's already done.
Yep, I like the drone scout right now from Sen, taking control of the Cell Naga Watchtowers, making sure that if there is a Rex somewhere there, he will be able to spot it. He did not spot the Marines yet, but he's going to spot it right now, though. We have an SCV over there. The bunker is going up on the low ground of Sen. I'm not sure if Sen is aware of this.
Yeah, it looks like he knows about it now. He's pulling a lot of drones here.
But the Marine is almost there already, so this is going to be a little bit tricky. The bunker is quite far. Oh my god, that Marine positioning, the SCV positioning.
Oh, this is going to be so tough for Sen to stop. He is surrounding the bunker with his drones, but it's getting dangerously close to finishing. He needs to keep the Marine away from the bunker, and it looks like he will be able to stop this bunker, or at least damage it heavily. Yep, I don't know, though.
He's not attacking the SCV. The bunker is up right now. MVP should repair the bunker. That's exactly what he's doing. 2 drones are attacking the SCV right now.
Oh, some indecisiveness from Sen.
And it's not going to be enough now. Sen is losing a ton of drones over here.
Sen has messed this up so bad. He almost held it. He got nervous. He messed up his control.
But the Marines are still quite far away from the bunker, though. And there are Zerglings on the map now as well. So even though Sen is screwed up just a little bit, he lost 5 drones in the process. I mean, as long as the Marines are not in the bunker, it's not the end of the world yet.
Yeah, he just has a lot of drones kind of out on the map, not mining. Yeah. Finally sending those home, but he did make a ton of Zerglings, which, with good micro from MVP, are not going to be able to do a whole lot.
Yep, we have 7 Marines on the field already. We see in that production tab, MVP is still producing Marines. MVP has quite some money. There goes the CC. That was just a matter of time. Sen is going to perhaps try to get confirmation, but I don't think he's going to be able to enter the high ground over here. He should be really careful. Sen losing a few Zerglings.
Yeah, Sen he's in a tough spot right now. He made a ton of Zerglings that he's now losing. He's not able to use. He's down on workers. You never want to be down on workers after your opponent 2-Rexes. And in this case, of course, that's exactly what happened.
Yep, 21 SCVs against only 15 drones. We do see 1 spine crawler is going up. That's going to allow Sen to just drone up just a little bit. We see MVP completing his wall right now with another Rex. But this is going to be really scary if he keeps producing Marines, which by the looks of it, he is. 1 spine crawler is not even going to be enough anymore for Sen.
The 1 spine crawler can really deter the Marines, but 1 is not always enough, especially if he adds a 4th barracks by chance if he decides to do that. It looks like he's not going to, but if he decides to do a big 3-4 barracks push, he may actually just kill him. If he's droning and only has a few Zerglings, that 1 spine will not be enough. You're exactly right.
Nope. So, man, well, quite a few Marines. I love the SCVs as well. They're going to soak up a little bit of
damage.
damage.
They're going to tank some spine hits. He's going to want to do this at the right moment, though.
We do have 2 Queens on the map right now.
No transfuse energy on those Queens.
Nope, one more Queen in production. MVP is still waiting for additional Marines, or perhaps he just wants to scare Sen and force more units out. Sen is actually droning right now.
He's droning, man. He's actually, I think he's read this really well. He's like, you're just trying to scare me. I'm not going to overreact. I've got a spine, but it looks like MVP is going to go for it.
Yeah, but here come the SFVs. He's got actually SFVs repairing the Overlord, but it looks a bit. The Spine Crawler is taking a ton of damage.
Yeah, the Zergling's not participating yet. Oh no, Sen could just lose right here.
Yep, still so many Marines over here. Overlord takes a lot of damage. Queen is going to try to scare. Drones being pulled once again.
Really nice micro by MVP, but it looks like Sen may be able to hold this. It's going to be close.
He almost got the surround up on the Marines, but not yet. But the Marine count is running really low, though, even though once again MVP killed quite a few drones.
Yeah, the Marine count is quite low, but so is the Zergling count now, and with more Marines rallying in.
Wow, only one drone fell, actually.
He's going to kill the Queen here. Well, no, he decides not to. Didn't get a shot of it, but...
Wow, fantastic defense by Sen, actually. Now morphing in 10 more drones at once. He's actually having a worker lead right now. 37 drones against 27 SCVs for MVP. MVP who did kill 2 Overlords in the process, I believe. Well, that was actually quite well by Sen. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it turned out.
Yeah, I thought there were going to be more Marines rallying in. I figured, okay, he held it off, but when the next wave of Marines hits, he's going to die. But actually, there were no Marines. MVP decided not to rally his next wave because he wasn't sure if he was going to win that one. Right now, it's 40 workers to 31.
Which is kind of close. We finally see Zergling speed being researched right now. Of course, that's quite late, but not really something that Sen could have changed just because he's been under so much pressure throughout the entire game. He didn't really have an option. That's a quick start, but I love the one Viking as well by MVP, of course, to kill Overlords, making it almost impossible for Sen to see drops coming in.
Yeah, killing those Overlords takes away so much vision. It takes away that drop spotting, and it also supply blocks you, so you have to be very careful about that. Looks like Sen might want to take the 12 o'clock base later for his third. At least prepare to take it as a fourth if that becomes an opportunity.
Yep, he's adding a Roach one now as well. Of course, Roaches, they can deal with drops, but they're not all that great. They're also a little bit slow, so he's really going to have to put his units in the correct positions. Of course, Sen will realize as soon as he spots that Viking that MVP is going to try to drop in. But that's, well, I mean, it helps, but it doesn't really help all that much as long as you don't see the drops coming in.
Yeah, very true. And right now, with Siege Mode on the way, 2 more barracks have been added. Tech Lab's being added to those barracks as well. He hasn't started Stim. He doesn't have combat shields either, so he's going to get both of those upgrades. They're a little bit late. It kind of shuts down the ability for MVP to pressure right now on the map. It's too scary for him. He doesn't have Stim. He doesn't have combat shields. His Marines are just a little bit too weak to move out and attack right now.
Oh, the Zerglings are not... Yeah, they are actually going to spot the Manivac of MVP. That's a little bit sloppy by MVP. That's not something you see every day. Meanwhile, the Viking is going to find a few Overlords. Sen is actually going to lose quite a few Overlords right now.
Yeah, it looks like MVP is going to target down one more Overlord, then pick up. Nope, decides to pick up before even getting that Overlord. Viking actually may be taken out here. Not sure if this is the best trade. Oh, a bit sloppy by MVP.
Wow, this is actually quite uncharacteristic. First he flies over the Medivac, over the Zerglings for no reason at all. Then he focuses the Overlord but doesn't really take it out. Then he loses the Viking while only killing one Overlord in the process. Not MVP's A-game.
Yeah, not the best show of MVP's skill here. Third base going down for Sen over at the right side, and a command center going up for MVP is keeping it inside of his main base for now, but the Spire is on the way. MVP is going to have to prepare for that because this is a really good map for mutas. You can harass all 3 bases if you just fly in the corner.
I like the scan right there from MVP. He will be able to take out a few creep tumors in the process, but Sen being very active with those Zerglings, forcing him to pick up those Marines, and he's going to do it once again. 1 Marine, oh man, that unlucky guy. There was just no room for him in the medevac.
Well, this drop is going to be shut down pretty quick. There's a ton of Zerglings in the main base, even some Banelings. But MVP does have a large army he's going to send across the middle of the map right now.
Yeah, Sen does have quite a bit of units, quite a bit of money, and he's morphing in 28 Zerglings now at once. If he's going to morph them all in Banelings and gets a couple of great detonations off, he might just be able to hold, but that's quite a scary push from our MVP.
Yeah, if he actually makes mutas right now, he may be in trouble because he just does not have enough gas to support Banelings and mutas. His Baneling speed is going to finish in time for this push as well. I like that. Look at that cute little move, putting the siege tanks on the high ground.
So smart. Certainly because the mutas are not out yet.
Yeah,
the Spire is completed though. He has money. Oh my god, those Banelings are taking a lot of damage from the tanks.
There's so many Zerglings out for Sen though. And it looks like he has enough, but with more units coming over, the Zerglings actually block the Banelings out.
Oh, that's going to be a very nice drop right now in the main base of Sen. I would like to see what's going on in the middle of the map as well. I think Sen might have cleared it up.
Yeah, he cleaned up the drop, or cleaned up that push. He's not dealt with the drop just yet, though.
He's going to send in quite a few links, but I'm not actually sure if that's enough. There's not that many links, actually. He's going to go for a run-by as well on the main base of MVP. But MVP prepared as always. Yeah, I think he could have taken out those links.
I actually completely agree. I think he actually picked that up a little bit too preemptively, but the mutas are out now. May have wanted to try to escape from those.
Yeah, that's going to be tough right now for MVP. Still a very close game. MVP does have a supply lead, though. He's going to spot that medevac right now. Are we going to see the Marines unload? Nope, no time for that.
Yeah, no time for that. I really like this, putting the siege tanks on the high ground in the middle of the map. Sure, they're more vulnerable to mutas that way, but if there are no mutas around at the time, or if you have them protected by Marines, it's okay. Huge engagement in the middle of the map. Zergling's getting flanked by MVP's army.
Yeah, Sen has to be careful. He cannot sacrifice units for nothing. He loses 1 or 2 mutas. He might actually be able to get that siege tank off guard. Nope, he's just going to go for a counterattack. He wants to stall more time. He wants to pump out more units.
Yeah, I really like the fact that he's going for a counterattack here. He's not really going to kill anything, but he turns a lot of those MVP units away. They turn back home, buys them a lot of time.
And that tank spread is really sexy. Seems like Sen wants to go for an engage over here. Knows that the Marines are out of position, but he doesn't really have enough units.
Yeah, not quite enough.
He takes out 2 or 3 tanks, so that wasn't all that bad, actually.
You know what the problem with Sen right now is he's got 2 small armies that are not big enough to beat MVP's army, and he keeps trying with both of them. Is going to get a tank here, perhaps. Not quite. That tank is a captain with 17 kills.
The captain, man. You don't take out the captain.
No, you can't take out the captain.
You know, then MVP is going to get really mad. Here we go once again. Those Marines on high ground as well. Mutas perhaps a little bit in a vulnerable spot. Yeah, he loses one of them. 60 Zerglings, or 66 Zerglings right now on the map for Sen. Sen has been doing a really good job at buying time for himself, though.
Yeah, he really has, and he's been using this very heavy Zergling style in this game, making, you know, as few Banelings as possible so he can make that muta count high enough. And try to take out a tank. His mutas do not have +1. I can tell that without clicking on them because they're just not killing those tanks fast enough.
Nope, I don't think he had really time or money to research that. Well, he has some minerals, he just doesn't really have that much gas. He's been morphing in a lot of Banelings throughout the entire game. MVP is at 1-1 upgrades. We see 2-2 is, well, basically just started, so that's going to take quite a while. This Queen is going to take a lot of damage and will most likely fall.
Yeah, Queen does fall. The drones have to be pulled away. The mutas take out a siege tank, and that actually forces the Marines forward. But there's so many units for MVP, including that captain tank. I don't know if this is the best choice by Sen.
Don't mess with the captain tank. Here come the Banelings, but the Marines are in a phenomenal position. Oh, 1 or 2 Banelings do get a couple of really big hits off. One Baneling does have to get some additional hits off as well. Those mutas did take out the captain tank.
They did.
But at what cost? He lost all of his Zerglings, he lost all of the Banelings.
Yeah, you never want to engage like that. This hatchery took a lot of damage, and guess what? MVP is going to come with the rest of his reinforcements and finish that off no problem.
Yeah, but we still have a lot of mutalisks for Sam, but that's pretty much going to be it. Even though it's supply-wise, it's still really, really close, but he just doesn't really have an answer to all of the Marines.
He doesn't have a really army of any kind to deal with the Marines. The Marines splitting from MVP this game has not even been that good. He just has so many Marines.
Yes, he has an overwhelming amount of Marines. We see more and more Banelings being morphed in the production tab. Sen trying to save those drones, but I don't think it's going to be enough. MVP will find them. He could smell them, and that's the MVP sense. Yeah. He knows how to find drones.
He definitely does.
He's like a dog.
He's like the Fruit Loop guy, that toucan. He like finds Fruit Loops, but he finds drones. Well, this is going to be Sen's last stand here. He's going to have to win this battle quite convincingly to be able to come back.
We do have that third orbital command pretty much up and running right now for MVP as well. That's of course going to skyrocket his economy, and slowly but steady he's just pushing Sen back.
Oh no, these mutas might fly over Marines again. Oh, here comes a huge push.
Yep, here come the Zerglings and the Banelings rolling in. MVP trying to split his Marines. Being pretty active. The Banelings getting a couple of really big hits off once again.
Oh wow, yeah, the Marine splitting not very good by MVP again. But he just has too many reinforcements, I think, and now there's no Banelings left. There's only 29 Zerglings and 6 mutas.
Zerglings trying to get a surround of the tank, but there's still a lot of Marines. There are no Banelings anymore. Those Marines ripping through everything that Sen has right now.
Yeah, Sen desperately trying to get those units out. GG!
GG it will be. MVP will win the Samsung notebook, the one that he's playing on right now. And that's one hell of a sexy notebook for a sexy man.
You know, usually when you win a match in your booth, you pack up your keyboard and put it in your bag, but actually he can just pack up that